I'm Janet Unterschlag, and I'm with you for a session of English. It's lovely to be with you again. And as Mbali said, please keep the questions coming. I would love to know exactly what you're revising at the moment and how I can help you. So we start with a passive voice. So we've got the sentence. So rewrite the following in the passive. So how do we do that? First thing we need is the finite verb. Now be careful, it's not to manage. What is the finite verb? Produces. What is the subject? To find the subject of a finite verb, you ask who or what before the verb. So you say who or what produces, and that will give you the subject. So if we go who or what produces, we get the answer, the pancreas. Now we need the object. How do we find the object? To find the object of a finite verb, ask who or what after the verb. Please do not look at the sentence. I know that very often, physically the subject, where was my green? Physically the subject is in front of the verb and the object is this side, but it doesn't have to be. So ask the question. The pancreas produces who or what? And our answer is insulin. So that gives us the object. When you are changing a sentence from the active voice to the passive voice, you need those three elements. And while I'm there, what makes that sentence active? Remember, we'd say that the verb is in the active voice if the subject does the verb or is the verb. So if I say to you, I eat pawpaw, what is the finite verb? What tense are we in? Remember our finite verb rap? Do we remember our finite verb rap? Gentlemen, can you do the finite verb rap? No, so what's going on next door is we're doing street suburb code. Wait, don't forget the date. That's the format for the letter. No, the finite verb is what is a finite verb? What is a finite verb? I won't leave you in suspense. Subject, number, person, tense. Gentlemen. Right, so a finite verb has a subject. It has number, which means that it's singular or plural. It has person, which means it's first or second or third. And it has tense. This is the easiest one for you. So I eat pawpaw. What tense are we in? We're in the present tense. Which word tells you present tense? Eat. This is the finite verb. Who or what eats? Remember, what did we say? We said that the subject does the verb or the subject is the verb. So who or what eats? I eat. This is the subject. Is the subject doing the eating or is the subject being eaten? The subject is doing the eating, therefore this verb is in the active voice. Right, let's do an example of the subject is the verb. If I say, I am Janet. What is the tense? Remember, tense is the easiest thing to go for. What's the tense? Present tense, which word tells you the present tense? Nobody's answering me. I hope you're all yelling at home there. Am, finite verb. Who is? I am. This is the subject. Am I being Janet, or is something happening to me? I'm being Janet, therefore it's in the active voice. Right, so let's go back to where we were, which is here. If we're going to change it into the passive voice, you take the word that is the object and you make it your new subject. Okay? You take the verb and you make it passive, and you take the old subject and you make it the new agent. All right, so let's just see what we're doing. You take the object and make it the new subject. So we're going to say insulin. Right. Produces. What tense are we in? Present tense. Simple present tense. That's the active form. What's the passive form? Insulin is produced. Now I said you're going to take the old subject and make it the new agent. How do I show the agent? I use by. Then we take the subject and we make it the new agent. Right. Now what have we got left? We've got this left. So you put it into your sentence anywhere you like so that it makes sense. So it's probably the best place is exactly where we had it before. Insulin, to manage blood sugar and turn it into energy, is produced by the pancreas, full stop. Please do not change the tense. If the tense is simple present, you keep it as simple present. If the tense has an ing in it, then somewhere there must be an ing in the passive. So if you say, I am eating pawpaw, finite verb, not just eating, the whole finite verb, am eating. Who is eating? I am. That is going to be my subject. I am eating who or what? This is going to be my object. So how do I make it passive? You take the object and you make it the new subject. Pawpaw. You take the verb and you make it passive. So we've got an eating. We still need an ing somewhere. What tense are we in? Present. Pawpaw is. And the ing comes now. Being eaten. So this is the present progressive or the present continuous tense active. This is the present progressive or present continuous tense passive. Then what do? I put in by. I take the old subject and I make it the new agent, by me. So what is my finite verb? Is being eaten. This is my finite verb. What is the subject? Who or what is being eaten? Pawpaw. Is the subject doing the eating, or is something happening to the pawpaw? Something is happening to the pawpaw. Therefore, this is in the passive voice. Why is it passive? Because something is being done to the subject. That's passive voice. Okay. So if you've got a longer sentence like this, you still just need your subject, your finite verb, and your object, and then you can put in the rest of the sentence afterwards.